In the high-stakes world of carrier-based operations, precision and nerve are paramount. The United States Navy operates some of the most advanced and formidable aircraft ever built, capable of projecting unparalleled power and dominance across the seas. But even the most experienced pilots occasionally find themselves confronted with formidable challenges, and in this video, we will bring you the gripping tales of shocking missed landings that have left us in awe and wonder. Because of its capacity to carry planes all over the globe, the aircraft carrier is the centerpiece of the United States Navy. The capacity of these ships to launch and land jets in such a compact area is their most important feature. However, with so much disorder in such a little space, engineers have had to build simple but efficient technologies to manage the process. The catapult device is utilized to take off, while the Fresnel lens and arresting lines assist the pilot in landing. These systems have been in existence for many decades, and although technology will advance dramatically over the next 20 years, future systems will still be based on these early concepts. Despite the fact that its most basic and crucial duty, launching and landing fighter planes on a ship in the middle of the ocean, proved to be a highly tough undertaking, aircraft carriers have been the focus of the United States Navy since World War II. Engineers have been obliged to create strong mechanisms to accelerate and decelerate airplanes in a very short amount of time because of the relatively limited runway area on the decks of these mobile vehicles. For the aircraft carrier to function as a genuine mobile airport, the pilots and crew depend on three critical aspects to safely launch and land aircraft. First, 4 high-speed catapults are particularly designed to launch aircraft. Second, while approaching land, a lighting device known as the Fresnel lens, sometimes known as the meatball system, tells the pilot whether the aircraft is at the proper height and position. Finally, 4 arresting wires have been installed to bring the jet to a stop in less than 320 feet. Do you know one of the important jets missed landing on one of these aircraft carriers? Stick to the end to learn more about it. The U.S. Navy or USN is blaming pilot error for a collision on board one of the service's aircraft carriers in January 2022, which wounded 6 people and resulted in the loss of a Lockheed Martin F-35C fighter. An accelerated recovery braking maneuver is defined by the U.S. Navy as an aircraft initiating a turn to downwind from either behind the ship or over the top of the ship. Naval aviators refer to the operation as a Sierra Hotel break. According to the military, the approach is commonplace in naval aviation since it may shorten the length of time a recovered aircraft spends on the open ship deck. Notably, when braking aft of or above the carrier, as the F-35 pilot did in the 2022 incident, the pilot has less time to assemble the aircraft and perform landing procedures, according to the USN. The investigative report mentions this as a key cause of the disaster, coupled with the pilot's inexperience. Although the study findings were presented to senior USN officers in June and confirmed by a top admiral in August, the findings have just recently been made public, more than a year after the disaster happened. The disaster F-35C was traveling at 400 carats when the pilot did a sequence of 7 grams braking maneuvers while in maximum afterburner to reduce speed and approach the U.S. Carl Vinson for landing. The pilot, on the other hand, failed to activate the Advanced Jet's Approach Power Compensation System, an onboard instrument meant to decrease pilot stress during landing by automating certain approach operations. Instead, the pilot accidentally stayed in manual approach mode, not realizing his F-35 was not managing key essential flying corrections automatically. The outcome was a high landing approach at a velocity of 180 carats, much beyond the USN's recommended speed of 140 carats for the situation. According to flight data, the pilot also decreased the fighter's throttle to idle, leaving the F-35 extremely underpowered on approach for landing. As we reach the end of this heart-pounding journey, we can't help but marvel at the sheer intensity and nerve-wracking moments witnessed in the world of naval aviation. The missed landings of the U.S. Navy's most feared jets on aircraft carriers remind us of the immense challenges faced by these courageous pilots and the unwavering commitment of the carrier crews.